Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor,
touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Colts have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 44, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the Colts 31-yard line.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Allen going to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Bills' 44-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau
able to record his 5th sack of the season. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Darnold. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. He's at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Elliott running right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And
Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Carl Joseph.
And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now a give to Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run with Taylor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Darnold completes it, finding some room at midfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
First and 10, Taylor now. Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. What kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to... The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And they're going to have a 1st down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back.
Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
And that's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, here we go. Oh, let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Come on. Hey, field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Jump.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it.
Why did you
But I
play
think
like
the
this?
first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a toss left side into the hands of
Yeah, baby.
and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Yeah, baby.
Nice little game.
Yes.
Let's not quibble about the game there.
Lay down.
That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now on fourth down, honors the punt team, sending this one away.
He's at what? Mama? What are you talking about?
They keep him to just a yard on the return.
Mama, what are you talking about, baby? They don't know what you're talking about.
First and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense
Yes, baby, what?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the
You want
first
what?
is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on
You want the
our side.
who?
We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score.
Mama, Daddy don't understand what you're
We
saying.
set up well for the second half.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
You want the
It's
Halloween?
a pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Yes, baby.
To the air, Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
Yes,
And
baby.
he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Show
I
me.
wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Yeah, baby. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Last I've seen of him in this game,
You want who?
including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been
No,
in the
it-
field already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a
Tell
shot.
me what Mama saying. I don't know what she's
You
saying.
have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your
She
backup can do
holding
any
it over
better.
there. Tell Noni, Mama. What did you say,
That
Mama?
time They get the tight end on the hold.
Normally, he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The
Tablet? You want the tablet?
Darnold. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read.
She didn't say she wanted to go. She said something else. I don't know what Mama
It's
talking
space
about.
to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled him for just a short gain.
He threw right to
There's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
him. What the hell did he? Why did he throw it?
Because now you
What,
got
home?
3rd and
Okay.
long showing up.
Mama,
You just
you're
know
tripping. Mommy not even
defense is gonna
home.
be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Mommy said work, so.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change
Yes.
the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand
Yeah,
scheme
baby.
of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys
I don't
are
understand
showing
you saying,
they can
Stinky
do anything
Boy. You want the
offensively.
Halloween?
Just take the points, keep adding
You want
to the
Halloween?
cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
Man, that was
A
home.
decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Yeah,
I
baby.
think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
With the Halloween.
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take
You want the
care of it,
Halloween?
but you have to be careful about being too
You want the
cautious,
Halloween?
because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10.
Like, that don't know what
at
you're
the
saying,
38.
Stink Boy.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met.
You want Caden?
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
What do you want Caden for?
It was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge.
You want Caden? You want Caden to do what, mama?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense of
Mama, really?
Yeah, but I have to play games, so I don't want
They've
to
had
do
plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers
I'm
both
gonna
on the
go kill one more
sidelines
person,
and
okay?
in the
Because
huddle
I'm
looking
gonna
at
get
each
off my
other.
game.
Davis, nice grab.
Oh, come on, man.
He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
I should have put in my PS4.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked it up.
It's like the better one than
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
so you can't
The
take
reception good for 7. It's 3rd
only
down.
like black PS4s with not the
They'll try and run for it, Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Partner, what do you think?
Oh, yeah?
Might have been 4 down territory. They didn't pick it up, but
It's a moot point now. I was curious if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be
Good
incomplete.
job. Oh, good job. Nooney's tough. Nooney knows everything. Nooney is like a superhero.
This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Papa.
Dropped again.
Unfortunately,
What the?
that one going to
This
fall
is awesome.
incomplete.
Mama, that's
It's
it?
been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Allen to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Campbell making the catch.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40-yard line.
Right.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Oh, I'm going to mess it up.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the
What's going on? Mama, no. You messed that pillow. I just brought that pillow.
That win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Mama. No. Mama, you messing up the pillow. Give me this. What did you do to the pillow? You gonna get a spank, mama. It's not funny.
Cardinals come to the line to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop, Jay.
They'll run with Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been good so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having a play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Allen's throw is complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to 20 before it's all said and done.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball.
No, stop with the boo-boos. You're a pure stinky man. Stop with the boo-boos.
On first, now 2nd and 10.
Stop, Noni. Stop.
Allen now looks to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Michael Pittman.
Stop.
2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Mama, I caught you there.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship.
Come on, Noni. Stop telling her to do bad stuff. Shut up. I'm kicking your butt! And you know it! Tired of this! We gotta get your butt kicked, you won't be crying!
Hey, shut up!
And there are parts of the last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, all that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Shut up.
Yeah, you.
good to go back and say, well, you know what?
No, not me.
Finish that's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 77 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are about to break a big one.
What are you doing?
Have a Bills first down as they're able to convert.
What are you doing?
On 3rd and a yard.
It's almost been having a good game so far, and you know something?
What are you doing, Noni? Trying to grab my rub roast? Trying to grab people's booties? Booty bandit?
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott.
Get out of here! Get out of here, it's not funny.
It's a loss of
stop. Stop.
I think this
Stop, mama.
specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page.
What is this? A baba in my boom boom? I'm tired of this.
Yeah. I put something in your boom boom.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Hey, Mom.
He is met
You
in
know I
his
put something in your
behind the
boom
line
boom.
of scrimmage.
It's a doodoo? You put doodoo? No, doodoo! I got no doodoo!
Yeah.
Mom, you shut up.
Guess what? I put something in your boom boom again.
Hold on.
Do you
Just 2
feel it?
minutes remaining
No.
in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mom, stop playing, doodoo boy.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Finding
Oh, damn, you come on, you guys.
And they've got it.
You guys going? Oh, damn, I wasn't even gonna play.
Papa, do you feel that?
Catch and run.
Yes, you. Yes, sir. You feel
Here's
it.
Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right.
Stop, mama.
It's the tight end making the catch.
Stop being nasty.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams
Stop being nasty. Stop.
speed on defense in every position. Tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker,
Stop, mama. Stop
it's gonna be
playing.
the result every time.
As he throws there, incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Yes, nasty kids.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them.
What are you doing? Throwing boo-boos at people?
Each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Pigs, bro. Like, that's not my fault. You throwing pigs. I hate this.
So they'll get another shot on offense.
Boo-boo boys! Sorry, sorry.
There's something in your butt.
You stupid boo-boo kid!
Let's come to the line to start tonight's drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
What's left because victory, not a chance now.
Papa,
And I
check
can't
your...
wait to see how they actually hold up because people are watching the body language of the guys on the field. Call plays they want to execute.
Papa, check.
They need to do that and
Check in your back.
otherwise,
Ron, yes.
Moments of this one. Now the Bills.
Stop, you always got this boo-boo stuff.
16 seconds.
Boo-boo business. You guys are crazy.
So after
Yes.
1st and 10.
Oh, man.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
I just don't want to tackle now.
Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Papa, do you feel that?
So this one winds up in
Papa,
Indianapolis
do you
victory.
feel that?
And I tell you what, Charles, this was about as good as it gets.
Yes.
They were incredible.
It's in your
the offense
pants.
was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they